So, as the title states, why I do not want Diablo 4 to die. And the reason is pretty simple. I am a huge fan of the Diablo universe and franchise. I know everyone is kind of right now saying D4 bad. That's the meme. That's the joke. It's a terrible game. No one wants to play it anymore. And I understand. Like, as actually, I'm a pretty casual player, but I can understand why the hardcore Diablo 2, Diablo 3 fans and just the more intense ARPG players are not having fun because they're in the end game and it's really boring. As someone that actually hasn't really gotten that far into the end game, I'm myself a very casual player. I can definitely understand why people are frustrated. But the fact that we are now 3 months out from Diablo 4 and people are still complaining about it, it does make me kind of feel like at least that people do care. I know that they're showing hatred towards Diablo 4, but that they still care. Either care good or care bad, but they still when no one's talking about the game, I think is when the game is actually dead. The fact that people still get views, even when it's shitting on Diablo 4, um, people are still kind of, I think, hopefully being a little optimistic, or maybe not. It seems like everyone that said the game is dead are never coming back, and you know what? I understand that. But maybe for the people like me that I was 10 years old when Diablo 2 came out, and I was 22 when Diablo 3 came out. I'm not a Blizzard shill. I'm just a fan. I'm a Diablo shill. I grew up on the franchise. I've read all the books. I read all the manuals. Um, I just want Diablo 4 to be successful, and fun. I want it to be fun for people, um, because I want to see more zones. I love the world of Sanctuary. I think the world is amazing. I'm personally a fan of the open world, but I think they need to make it more relevant. Or as of right now, it's basically you do Nightmare Dungeons and an endgame, and that's it. I think the open world, they're the only real ARPG with an open world, at least that I know of. So I mean, they need to embrace it because it makes them different. And different's good. Every ARPG does not need to be the same. I think they all need an endgame because that's kind of the point of an ARPG. But anyways, this isn't a video to find the solutions. Um, I think the devs need to figure that out. But I'm just hopeful that they can bring the franchise around because, as I said, I want to see more zones. I want to know more about the story. I love the lore, the universe of Diablo. I want to know what happens with Mephisto. I think we're guaranteed the next expansion because they're already working on it, as they've said. But if Diablo 4 stays bad, then we'll probably never see the light of day of a second expansion, which always seems to be the case. Diablo 2, we got one expansion. Diablo 3, we got one expansion. It's just, I would like Diablo 4 to break the mold where we actually do get two expansions, but we'll see. And even the classes, I'm a fan, the lore, the history, the story of the classes. The Necromancer, the Barbarian, the Druid. I just think the universe that the original people created, and Diablo 3 expanded on, Diablo 4 expanded on, archangels, demons. I think the world is so cool, and I want to play a game where I'm in it. Because that's the whole point. Is you're fascinated by a franchise, be it that Warcraft, Elden Ring. You want to play a fun game in that world, right? That's why people play video games, I would like to think. So that's why I do hope that Diablo 4 can turn it around, and that I hope it doesn't stay bad forever. I know people will never come back, and that's understandable. But maybe there'll be people like me that are kind of. I'm still playing the game every once in a while, but I play other games. That's why I never really got to the end game of Diablo 4. I think my highest level character is 75. My eternal character is 75, and my season 1 I think is 66. So I can't really talk about the end game. I never really get there, which probably sounds like it's a good thing. I eventually would get there and get these. I'm not. That's why I'm saying I'll have these same issues that everyone else is having. But anyways, yeah. Maybe there are other people like me out there that just want the franchise to prosper. Because the other thing is new classes, right? I'd love to see. Of course, I'm pretty sure we'll get a paladin at some point, paladin or crusader. I don't know what another class would maybe the witch doctor from Diablo 3. Even though I don't think they were very popular. But I want to see new classes, new zones, the story continue. I loved the cinematics. I thought the campaign was great. I actually recommend people for season 2. Renown's not a thing anymore, so maybe play the campaign if you only did it once. I think it's worth at least a second playthrough. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Does anyone share my sentiment, my thoughts? I think another thing I can relate it to is, as I said, I love the Diablo 4 franchise or just Diablo franchise. I can kind of relate it to Star Wars. I grew up on Star Wars. I read. I used to be obsessed with Star Wars just as much as like Diablo or Warcraft. Um, but let's just say the episodes 7, 8, 9, the most recent episodes. The after the original um, with Kylo, and I was not a fan of those. I did not like those. Um, it made me lose a little bit of interest in Star Wars, but I still love the franchise as a whole. I'll still like, if a new thing comes out, I don't watch everything, but if there's a good Star Wars one, I'll take a look or, read up on it and be interested in it. And I think that's the cool thing about video game versus movie or TV show. Um, TV shows, I guess, can change a little bit, but once a movie's out there, it's out there. You can't change it. But at least a video game, live service, they can fix it. But like I said, I understand people are saying it should be good now, which I agree. Games should always be good. Why play a game if it's not good? But I like to hope that they can turn it around. I would like to believe the devs. I know there was that one video, but I'd like to believe the devs do play and care for the franchise, the game, the universe, the characters. But yeah, this was just kind of a video to, share my thoughts. I know I haven't if you got to this point in the video, I know I haven't made a video in a while. I've had some real life crap that sucks, and this is just a hobby for me, so here I am. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're getting news next week about season 2, and I hope it's good. I hope it is interesting enough to bring some people back, and like I said, the point of this video was I just don't want the Diablo 4 to die in general, because if it just dies, then who knows if we'll even get a Diablo 5 at some point, or just even, it doesn't have to be a Diablo 5. I don't know why they don't do like a Diablo Dark Souls or something. That'd be cool. They could easily do that, and I think there is rumors that they were kind of trying to at some point, but then they just went back to the regular. I don't know why they can't have more than one game, but anyways. It seems like Warcraft, Diablo, they always have like one main game. Why don't make a Dark Souls Diablo game? I don't know. Anyways, besides the point. That is the point of this video. So if any of you guys, comment below if you are love the franchise, love the characters, the world, the classes, the story, the angels, the demons, all that stuff. Let me know below. Or maybe you're enjoying a Diablo 4. Like I said, I don't really get to the end game. I haven't really been playing. Basically, I got to 75, then made a new character. Then the season started, made a new character, and I'm only 66. So I basically get my characters to tier 4 and then stop. So I kind of avoid, I guess, the crappy part of the game. But eventually I will get there. I'll go back to my druid or try to. I do want to get my characters to 100. But yeah, let me know below what your favorite part of the Diablo franchise or universe is, and fingers crossed they can get it together, Copium, all that fun stuff. But yeah, and I'll be making some more videos soon, and let me know, and I'll see you guys next time, and let's see how season 2 goes. Talk to you guys later.